What's up, guys? I think it's working now. Currently in Greenwood, Arkansas. Sebastian, Franklin, and Crawford County is all of those counties are under a tornado watch right now. So we have storms filtering in out of eastern Oklahoma now. So I figured I would just kind of get set up. Excuse me. Get set up and try to position accordingly. It's going to be really challenging probably to see a whole lot of anything, but this is my home turf. I mean, I want to be out and help if I can whenever it comes to the reporting side rather than sit at home and do it on social media. So, I have no idea if you guys are able to comment. I don't know if my chat's working. Okay, chat's working. I see all the comments. Guys, obviously I'm driving right now. I can't, it's going to be hard to look at chat and stuff, but I have some moderators too that usually are in here that can help. The tornado risk tonight isn't just exceptionally high. The problem is there is some potential that a few of these storms that move into western Arkansas tonight, specifically from like Fort Smith, Van Buren down to like Mena, could have the potential to rotate. There's not a whole lot of storm fuel available, but the wind fields are impressive enough that a few storms could do it. So that's kind of where we're at on this. This is not a slam dunk fall severe weather setup, but it needs to be treated with respect. I think I'm going to do this all over again tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night probably holds better opportunities for tornadoes in western Arkansas than tonight, but we'll see. We're going to find out. So I haven't been live on my YouTube in quite a while. I don't do YouTube a whole lot because it's so, unless I'm live on my YouTube, like out doing storm tracking stuff in my car, it generally just doesn't do very well. So I don't know how the stream's going to go tonight. For those of you, if you're watching and you live in Arkansas and you're curious, if you have Facebook, I would really recommend you check Facebook. I've posted a few updates this evening. Western Arkansas has the best potential for severe weather tonight. Central Arkansas, the risk is pretty low. Eastern Arkansas, the risk is really low. This is a Western Arkansas thing, and I think it's going to be the same tomorrow night. I think Western Arkansas is going to hold the better potential again. So lucky us over here, we can't seem to escape it right now. The timing for tomorrow night, I don't have exacts right now, but I mean, I would say probably after 2 or 3 o'clock is when we'll start having to focus in on afternoon storms and evening storms. Yeah. I mean, I understand. I know some of you guys don't use Facebook, but Facebook is just incredibly powerful when it comes to reaching people. YouTube, I'll spend 3 hours on a YouTube video and get, 1,000 views. And it just does, and Facebook is just the complete opposite. So I have to kind of invest my time accordingly. But the live streaming on YouTube is so much better than Facebook. Live streaming on Facebook sucks. For me. I know some others have it good, but for me, it just doesn't work very well. Danville is not under, that's in Yell County. Danville's not under a tornado watch. Right now, the only Arkansas counties under a tornado watch is Sebastian, Franklin. I'm on Highway 10 right now, headed for Hackett, Arkansas. I'm going to kind of start here tonight. There's a lot of lightning in these storms, it looks like. There's currently no tornado warnings with these storms. My hope today with these storms, yes, I am in the tracker. I'm in the storm tracker. My hope today is that these storms move out of Oklahoma and into Arkansas and just lose steam. It's rained, and we've had storms today, cloud cover. So to me, it just feels like storms are eventually going to run into a wall. And I'm hoping that happens tonight. It really would just tickle me to death if that happens. So that's kind of the goal or the hope right now with these storms as they move out of Oklahoma and into western Arkansas. Once again, I've said it once, the greatest concern tonight is from like Van Buren, Fort Smith, Greenwood, down to Waldron, Mansfield, Mena, that part of the state. So like west central Arkansas, close to the Oklahoma border. When you start going east, like toward Little Rock, the risk starts to go down. Western Arkansas is the spot tonight, if there was a storm or two, to act up. And there's a bunch of storms out there right now. We've got a large wall of storms that are moving into eastern Oklahoma and western Arkansas soon. Can you guys hear me okay? I had someone send me a message and say my audio is cutting out. Are you guys able to hear me clearly right now, or is it still kind of cutting in and out? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been back on the road. Your sound is jumping in place. Okay. All right. Sometimes when the service cuts out, the audio cuts out, so I wonder if that's it. Hopefully not. I can probably look into it the next time I stop. I can check the audio settings. There's always something with it. It's always doing something goofy. Okay. Sound is good. Cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. For those of you who are curious, we're on Highway 10 right now, headed west toward Hackett, Arkansas, close to the Oklahoma border in western Arkansas. Trying to get up to storms that are moving into the region. As far as the severe weather threat goes, we're looking at the next couple of hours, really. I'd like to kind of get my bearings a little bit. It seems to me that the most organized section of this complex of storms is pretty far to my southwest. Near Wilburton and Tallahena, southeast of McAllister, so still a pretty good clip to my southwest. I feel like that's probably the storms that, if they do cause problems, would be the ones to do it. The storms that are to the north are noisy, have a lot of rain, a lot of lightning, but I'm sure those are a little bit more elevated and just not really much of an issue. More noisy than anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want anything to happen either. I live in this part of the state, so I agree. It's so hard to see, man. We're good. We're coming into Hackett on the east side of town. For those of you who have no idea where Hackett, Arkansas is, it's south of Fort Smith, about 15 miles, right on the Oklahoma border. Actually, where I grew up, so fun fact, this is my hometown, home of the Hornets. Real small town, gotta love it. Service might be a little goofy when we drive into town. I don't know why it does that, but it seems like every town. I'm going to stop here in town for just a moment, get my bearings on the radar before I make any more moves, and go from there. I also might call Garrett. Is Garrett live right now? I feel like he was earlier. He goes live a lot. No, he's not live right now. Okay. He was live. I was gonna call him. Yeah, Bryant, it's the Hornets too. Yeah, Hackett Hornets. That's the mascot here. Here for just a second if my stream will allow it. I was checking. I'm in Hackett, Arkansas right now. I was checking. Checking some connection system in the back of my car. It seems like these storms that are to the south are definitely going to be the ones. I might venture down to Poto, like towards that direction, and sounds good, comma. Just let me know. Period. It's been so long since I've done this. I haven't been on the storm tracker in a minute, like actually working. For those of you who might not know, I do this. But hopefully my thing will hold up. As I was saying earlier, the professional forecasting stuff is my day job. Like on social media, I post every single day. But this is kind of like what I sprinkle in from time to time if we have severe weather. Sometimes I do live broadcasts from home and do the wall-to-wall weather coverage like you see on the news. But I really like being in my car too and out tracking storms like this. This is kind of what I live for, especially in my home state. I don't travel as much as I used to outside of Arkansas, but I still do from time to time. I'm on the highway west of town. I think it's still 10. I'm on Highway 10 west out of Hackett, Arkansas. I'm actually in Oklahoma now, coming up on South Highway that goes to Poto. We're kind of just in wait and see mode, really. You know, we've got tornado watches up for LaFleur County, which is the county in Oklahoma that I'm in. And then, of course, in Arkansas, Franklin, not Logan, Franklin, Sebastian, and Crawford counties. So I'm going to kind of follow storms into this area. I think a lot of the storms that move into northwest Arkansas tonight, I think the tornado risk isn't as high up there. I think it's just going to be noisy and loud. Lots of thunder and lightning. I think the better chance for any severe weather as far as tornadoes go is like, you know, Van Buren, Fort Smith, Alma, down to Greenwood, Hackett, Hartford, Mansfield, Waldron, Mena, that part of Arkansas. I've said that a few times now. So that's my hunch right now, and that's what the SBC is forecasting as well. So I don't know. We'll see. I've had my doubts about today all day because I felt like we've had too much rain and storms today where the atmosphere is kind of overworked. But we'll see. Maybe these storms can overcome it. Maybe the wind fields are strong enough to rotate a little bit. We're going to find out in the dark, like always. I swear it's never in the daytime. It's like never in the daytime. Man, it's hard to see. Damn, those lights are bright too. Okay, I'm stopped for just a second. I think my stream is going to hold up. Please, if you're watching this video right now and you have the ability to comment, can you let me know if the video feed looks good and if you can hear me okay? And you can comment where you're watching from too, just for fun. That I'm able to look at this right now and can see. That really helps me. I'm going to sit here for just a couple of minutes. I'm trying to exchange some text with Scott Covert at 5 News, and then I want to look at radar for just a moment and kind of get my bearings. Okay, I'm seeing all kinds of comments. Everything's coming in. Looks good, sounds good, looks good, great, clean, good from Conway, looks good. Awesome. Y'all rock. Thank you so much. I know y'all don't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. So, just judging by the radar, I know that you can't see it. Well, I can show you. One second. So, judging by the radar right now, that's where we are. Right there, south of Pensacola, Oklahoma. I hope you guys can see this okay. But I think, in my opinion, the greatest concern for storms tonight is going to be these storms down here. McAllister, Talahina, this little jumble of nonsense right here. And that's going to swing to the northeast over the next hour or two. So that's kind of why I'm sitting where I am. I know that it looks stormy and nasty to the north of like Fort Smith. But guys, a lot of that stuff to the north, I think, will be mostly elevated. Therefore, the tornado risk won't be as high. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that the risk isn't as high up there. To where down here, from Fort Smith down to like Mena, this group of storms, I feel like, has a better chance of being a little bit more grumpy and having rotating storms, a little bit more wind. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm currently just south of Pensacola, Oklahoma, right across the Arkansas-Oklahoma state line. These storms are eventually going to pivot to the northeast into Arkansas. We have tornado watches in Franklin, Sebastian, and Crawford County. Those are the only 3 counties in Arkansas with a tornado watch at the time being. Doesn't mean that if you don't live in those counties, you won't see thunderstorms. That's just where I think, for now, the better confidence in storms having tornado potential is. So if you live in those counties and you decide to go to bed soon, just have a way to wake yourself up if a tornado warning is issued, your phone, a weather radio, all that good stuff. We're in Mena also. It looks like it's going to go north. Yeah, it might. I do see some development there just west of Mena, like near Talahina. But yeah, it might go north of Mena, honestly. The Fort Smith radar is not loading for me, so I'm having to use Tulsa, which kind of stinks, but whatever. There's a lot of hills in that direction. Yes, it is not fun chasing down near Wilburton, Clayton, Talahina. I would much rather stay up here. I don't really like sitting in one spot for too long. I don't want people to get bored, but right now, just for the next few minutes, I want to kind of wait and see what things look like. Plus, the stream is good. People are able to ask questions if they need help with information. And just a reminder, guys, if for some reason you have no idea who I am, my name is Zachary Hall, otherwise known as the Arkansas Storm Tracker. I cover Arkansas weather professionally every day on social media, TikTok, Facebook, all the good stuff, YouTube at times. So be sure to follow me on all platforms. And if you ever have questions about the weather, I'll do my best to help answer them. We do have, looking at the radar, a line of storms just to my west. I think that's what's lighting the sky up in front of us, and I kind of wonder if this is going to have any... Looks like there might be maybe a little bit of rotation there just west of Van Buren. No. That's like a bookend. That doesn't look right. I'm having to look at the Tulsa radar, so it's kind of wonky. It's too cold and quiet where I am. Well, that sounds nice. It's storming in Decatur. Yep, we've got some storms moving into northwest Arkansas right now. So glad to see you're chasing again. Yeah, I still do this from time to time. Mainly Arkansas stuff. Yeah, so Josie, I think you're talking about James Bryant. James is one of my best friends. He was showing some stuff from the Durant radar earlier that looked really good. Any thoughts on tomorrow's severe weather threat, maybe how it compares to tonight? I'm a lot more concerned about the tornado threat tomorrow, Monday, November 4th, than I am tonight, especially in western Arkansas. I feel like we're not going to lack ingredients like we are tonight. We're going to have plenty of storm fuel. The wind fields will be impressive. If the storms can cooperate and the storms don't get too messy, we'll probably have a few tornadoes tomorrow night in western Arkansas. So from think northwest Arkansas down to Fort Smith, down to Mena. Same part of the state really tonight that we're having a risk, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I definitely think tomorrow has better potential, which stinks. And then it's on to election day, where I think we're going to have more showers and storms, but the severe weather risk will be low. That way people can go out and vote and not worry about the stupid severe weather. I don't mind severe weather during the spring, but I don't like it during the fall, especially if we get close to Christmas. It can be very destructive, and that's the last thing people need. I'm still not getting any updates from the Fort Smith radar, so we're kind of chasing a little blind on that side, more so with Tulsa, which is not fun. DuPage, yeah, College of DuPage is what you're talking about. Kitty says, how bad is it supposed to be in Huntington? Well, if we have storms in Huntington tonight, they could be strong to severe. Huntington is in the higher risk area for severe weather, just like Greenwood and Fort Smith and Mena and Waldron. A level 3 of 5 and an enhanced risk. Should Jonesboro be worried tonight? No, not tonight. Eastern Arkansas is out of the woods on this one. No concern tonight. Probably no concern tomorrow night either for that area. Do you know what time it should start in Northwest Arkansas tomorrow night? Asking because of a field trip, and I'd hate for them to get trapped out there. Yeah, so I think tomorrow afternoon, probably after 2 or 3. I think as we roll into the afternoon and evening hours is where the chances will start to go up. Kirsten, something is wrong with the radar. I don't know if it got struck by lightning, if it's just a technical issue. I haven't seen anything from the National Weather Service in Tulsa. Yeah, Green Inferno, what you said is right. Lower chances for tornadoes tonight in Rogers. I think tomorrow night might hold better chances. Taylor, there's nothing in Van Buren right now to be concerned with at the moment, but that could change over the next little bit. We're kind of watching storms develop and move in now. Guys, remember, if you have any questions about where you live, I have posts. If you have Facebook, if you have Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, I have recent updates on my page that has locations and all that good stuff to help better explain. Right now, there's no severe thunderstorm warnings on these storms. So, great sign. Oh, I don't know if it's working on Radar Omega but not Radar Scope. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm starting to wonder if the storms, so there's a complex of storms directly to my southwest near Tallahena and Heavener that is eventually going to pivot to the northeast, swing up to the northeast towards Fort Smith and Greenwood. I'm wondering if that's going to be a problem here over the next hour or two. That's kind of why I wanted to sit here. Are these motorcycles? Oh my gosh, man. I would not want to be driving a motorcycle on this. That like seems so scary. That's kind of why I wanted to sit here for just a moment and look at these storms. Yeah, my radar scope's still not updating for Fort Smith. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Sierra says, how is Mansfield looking tonight? So Mansfield is in the higher risk area for severe weather, level 3 of 5, enhanced risk. And that does include the chance for strong winds and tornadoes. But we have to see, if you guys have questions, be sure to ask them in the chat while I'm sitting here. Oh, yeah, it does work, doesn't it? The digital reflectivity does work. Nice, thank you. I don't know why I didn't look at that. Very thankful for the rain as well, yeah. Mountain Home could see some thunderstorm activity tonight and tomorrow. I just feel like the severe weather risk isn't as high up there. Kind of just playing the waiting game right now. Texas girls wondering about Waldron. Yeah, so Waldron, same thing. Higher risk area for severe weather tonight. But still waiting to see if we have any thunderstorm activity moving. There's not a whole lot to the south of Waldron right now. So we'll have to see what develops here over the next, hour or two. Are you going to launch an app? It is, I think so, eventually, yeah. My goal in the next 5 years is to kind of be the go-to for Arkansas weather in all forms, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, a mobile app, whatever. And I think an app will help me do that. So JJ Sloan says, what is the outlook for Hackett? I was just in Hackett. So Hackett is in the higher risk for severe weather tonight. It's a level 3 of 5 enhanced risk, but we have to wait and kind of see what storm activity we get to roll through. That's kind of where we're at for the moment. I'm going to look at some data real quick, kind of get my bearings. So I'm actually just south of Pecola, Oklahoma, or just west of Hackett, Arkansas, right on the Oklahoma state line. Facing southwest, storms are headed my direction. It shouldn't be buffering too bad. My connection's pretty good right now. Kenton and Little Rock, you might be kind of without a whole lot of action for the rest of the night. I think we'll have some more tomorrow, but the severe weather risk in Little Rock the next 2 days is low. So absolutely. Thanks, Gina. Gina, it's good to see you back in here. Chandra, where are you headed just with the storm? Well, right now, I'm currently just west of Hackett, Arkansas, kind of on the Oklahoma state line, watching some storms to my southwest near Tallahena and Heavener. Before I make any movements, I kind of want to wait and see what these storms do as they head northeast. Sebastian, Franklin, and Crawford counties here locally in Arkansas are under a tornado watch, so I don't want to stray too far. Especially if storms start producing tornado warnings, I want to be close. I'm just kind of waiting it out for the moment to see what these storms do as they move into the area. This is kind of what I call the boring part of the job, is the wait and see, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a minute since I've been out in the car or in the tracker. I've been telling people, whenever people meet me in public and talk to me about this, I've been telling people I feel like more of a weatherman nowadays than a storm chaser, but I still like to storm chase sometimes. Still like to get out there and do it. Holly, I think Logan County could see some storms if these storms that are in eastern Oklahoma move east far enough. But Logan County is not under a tornado watch right now, so that's a good thing. We'll see if that changes. Cynthia says, what does Alma look like for the evening? Alma is in Crawford County, which is under a tornado watch through 1 a.m. So we'll have to watch for any thunderstorms that move into the area, because they could pose a tornado risk. Okay, that's annoying. I think everyone is kind of on edge tonight here in Arkansas because of what happened in Oklahoma last night. They had a bunch of tornadoes, several strong tornadoes. And I hope we don't have anything like that tonight, but I think everyone's kind of just on guard. And then we have the tornado watch got issued. So I think everyone's just kind of a little bit on edge. Prairie Grove, Arkansas was hit by a tornado a couple of nights ago, an EF1. So everything's kind of fresh right now. And then we have severe weather tomorrow, so everyone's, aware of that. This is very normal for this part of the country, regardless of what social media will tell you. We have secondary severe weather seasons here in the fall. Some of our worst tornado days have happened in the winter in Arkansas. It just happens. Guys, if you give me just a moment, here in a second, I'll pull my phone off and show you the radar and kind of what I'm looking at, and we can look at the radar together. I'm working through some Facebook stuff right now. I have some questions on Facebook too. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. Right, Angela, that's exactly right. I mean, with us being close to the Gulf of Mexico, if the jet stream is able to dip south and we're able to fetch moisture out of the Gulf, we don't live that far from it, so it's easier for us to get severe weather in the fall. Juice, yeah, my parents live up toward the Prairie Grove area, and so they were close too. It was pretty scary for them. Holly, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, we've had some nasty spring tornadoes too, but it definitely seems like sometimes in the fall we just get the short end of the stick. Yeah, absolutely, Kirsten. Thank you for watching. All right, let's look at some radar together. I want to show you guys, just kind of give you an update on what I'm watching here. I'm going to pull my phone off the dock for just a moment. Don't look at my dirty car. So this is where we are right now. That little blue target area is where we're sitting. So just south of Fort Smith, just west of Greenwood, north of Poto. I'm right across the Oklahoma state line. These storms down here, I circled them, terrible drawing job. I feel like if we have any issues tonight, these are going to be the ones that do it. It's in the best parameter space, and that's what's going to swing up east into western Arkansas here over the next hour or two. So that's kind of why I'm holding put here, because I feel like, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I know that there's a lot of thunderstorm activity like in northwest Arkansas, but guys, that's way north of the best parameter space for severe weather, where there's a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, heavy rain. But down here is where I think the best tornado risk is. And that's why I think the National Weather Service issued the tornado watch for Sebastian, Franklin, and Crawford counties. I think obviously those men and women know what they're doing. But I think that's, they recognize the same thing, and that's why they issued the tornado watch. We're sitting in LaFleur County, Oklahoma, which is also under a tornado watch. But it's one of those things where, guys, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of cloud cover today. The atmosphere is not juiced like it is on those April and May days. So I wonder if storms are just going to kind of turn to mush. Would be 100% fine with that, by the way, because we're going to do severe weather again tomorrow. But that's kind of what we're watching. Tusk Talk with Ty says, "What's up, Zach? Were you safe in Springdale tonight?" What's up, Ty? I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Yeah, man, I think for the most part, Northwest Arkansas is going to be okay, but you're going to have some storms. But I think the higher severe weather risk is down south toward Fort Smith. Cody says, "Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of CAPE tonight. I'm not sure I'm looking at the right stuff." No, you're right. Yeah, CAPE. That CAPE stands for Convective Available Potential Energy. Basically looking at surface-based instability. And there's not a bunch of it tonight, man. And that could kill the severe weather risk, which is what we want. Tomorrow, we won't have that issue. We're going to have instability to work with. Kirsten says, "Will you be chasing tomorrow?" Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll probably be in the car. I thought about staying home and like doing coverage from the house and like kind of testing that a little bit, but man, I don't know. I really like being in the storm tracker and doing this and talking to you guys and trying to make sure people are in the loop. I know that some people prefer the studio stuff, but man, that's just like, I'm trying to make it where I can do both. There's going to be days in the future where I just do studio coverage like you would see on the news. But for right now, I like being in my car when we have severe weather. Brittany's asking about Hot Springs. The severe weather risk in Hot Springs tonight's pretty low. So, the worst of it's to your west. I definitely wouldn't lose sleep over it, Destiny. Nicole says, "How bad is it going to be tomorrow?" Well, on a scale of 5 right now, it's around a level 3. So, and to me, I think the threat for severe weather, especially tornadoes tomorrow, looks a little bit higher than usual. So definitely have to pay attention to that. I've been telling people all day, get your tornado shelters cleaned out before tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening if you live in western Arkansas. Not to scare them, but that way you don't have to do this like last second stuff, because we'll probably have a couple tornado warnings tomorrow unless the setup just completely falls apart, which would not upset me in the slightest. I live in western Arkansas, so. Hey, Zach, I'm an Alma resident, but off the topic of weather, would love to send you some stickers sometimes. Yeah, man, just send me a message on my Facebook, Zachary Hall, Arkansas Storm Tracker. Maybe we can work something out. I appreciate you. Garrett is live, Zach. Okay. I'll probably call him then. He told me. Is he live? Oh, he is live. He just went live, though, so I'll probably wait a minute. I told him a few seconds ago in text that I would call him. Oh, starting to get more lightning too. I generally use radar scope. Radar Omega's fine, but I like radar scope. Toast says, "Hey Zach, is Greenwood, Arkansas good tonight? I see your storm chasing car around town all the time." Yeah, that's me. So Greenwood is in the higher severe weather risk area tonight, level 3 of 5. It's an enhanced risk. So We're going to have to watch if we have any storms move into that area. We'll have to see, what happens. But definitely Greenwood, Fort Smith, that area is in the risk area for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and call Garrett real quick. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Justin. Same thing. The atmosphere worked over. Yeah, I've worked with Ryan Hall before. I'm not related to Ryan Hall or Jordan Hall or Chris Hall or any of them. There's just a bunch of us. But yeah, Ryan, I've worked with Ryan before on severe weather. Not always, but we do sometimes. He's a good dude. We talk occasionally. Lexi, I think so. Yeah, I think storms as they move northeast and out of western Arkansas, like up into North Arkansas and so on, I think the severe weather risk will go down. I think the instability's lower. Just tried calling for a live spot. It's not showing he is live for me. I don't know. I'm not really sure who you're talking about. Zach, I'm brand new tonight. Oh, I already read that comment. You guys are still kind of just waiting here for a moment. These storms are getting closer to us. I think this one near Worcester is probably going to be it. I really do. It looks like to me, if nothing changes and it maintains the same course, it's going to be a Pensacola over to Greenwood thing, south of Fort Smith. Yeah, me and Garrett work together if we have severe weather. If we have severe weather, me and Garrett Lewis will work together. He usually just does the studio stuff, and I'm usually in my car, so it kind of just works out well. That's his thing, and this is kind of my thing.
Same with possibility of super. It's a real fine dance, because if you have too much of one.
Will Danville be fine tomorrow from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 because I have school? Oh, what's up, Drew? I think so, man. I think the concern's in the afternoon. I think you're going to be okay at school. I'm going to vote tomorrow. What time is the worst going to hit Logan County? I would definitely go the first half of the day. I wouldn't worry about voting in the afternoon because that's when the weather might get a little gross. Chase Kaiser says I'm chasing Joplin area tomorrow. Hey, I know you. I know you from Twitter. Baby Sack is asking about NWA tonight. Yeah, I mean, I think severe weather risk in NWA tonight is pretty low. I think the better chances are towards south, like towards Fort Smith and stuff. That doesn't mean you're not going to get storms. I'm just saying the severe weather risk isn't exceptionally high. I live in Worcester. Do we have a rotation, says Buttercup. It's honestly a little tough to see. I think that storm is trying to kind of get its act together. They're just southwest of Worcester. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of blended in with that complex of storms. I really wish we had access to the super res reflectivity out of Fort Smith, but we don't. There's a lot of lightning in this storm, though, there near Heavener, just to my south. I think this one's probably going to be... I wonder if this one's going to be the problem child of all this. NWA, Ice Cube, and Easy. That's funny, man. Dylan says Cedarville. Same thing. Van Buren, Fort Smith, all the way down to Mansfield, Waldron. A little bit higher risk for severe weather tonight. Tomorrow, too. Justin, I don't have any rain totals right now, brother. I'd have to look at it when I get back home. It is definitely noise. There's a lot of lightning on this storm to my south. Ooh, more lightning. I'm going to stay out until I feel like the thunderstorm severe weather threat is really starting to go down. Right now, I feel like this is kind of the peak severe weather threat the next 2 hours or so. I'm also wondering if I need to get east a little bit, back towards Hackett. Because I think this... Let me show you what I'm looking at. This guy right here. I'm going to draw on it real quick. This right here. This little complex on the southeastern. See all the lightning in that? I feel like this one has a better opportunity to be surface-based, which means the tornado threat might be a little bit more legit with this. And we're just to the north. You can see the little target there near Pensacola. So that's kind of why I've been sitting here for the last little bit. Something I've learned after doing this for quite some time. Generally, you can just kind of tell on radar when a storm has that look. Lightning starts to flare up. It looks a little bit more organized. I've got somebody walking up to my window.
Almost here?
Yeah, so the storm that I'm watching right here, just to our south, I think that one's going to have the better chance for like tornado risk and stuff like that. So it's near.
How long do you think?
It'll be here probably within the next 20-30 minutes.
That's what I'm waiting on to get at. I said, as soon as the sucker gets close, I'm out of here.
Yeah, we are under a tornado watch tonight.
Yeah,
so.
I know, hon. That's why I was just coming out here to ask you.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for. I was gonna go south to Poto, but I wanted to wait and see what this cell did because I think this is gonna be our problem child tonight. Everything else is kind of elevated, but this one you can see the hook starting to develop.
Oh yeah.
But I think, and I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. It might go to our east, more so towards Mansfield, Greenwood, that area. So I'm gonna I might have to go back east.
Oh, you
So,
might have to.
but if you get a warning, take it serious
Oh,
tonight.
honey, trust me, I
Have a good night.
got a cellar at home.
Okay, good. Yeah, the lightning has really increased on this storm. I mean, this is, to me, I feel like it looks like it's starting to develop a mesocyclone in it. Looking at the velocity signature there, it's just southwest of Howell. I just wonder, like, what's going to be... I'm going to have to eventually go back east, which I really don't want to do, but I'm going to have to eventually do it, I think. Is there a tomato? No tomatoes. If you mean tornadoes. No tornado warning right now, but kind of watching close. Yeah, if you're in Worcester right now, I could see that being pretty noisy. There's a lot of lightning on radar with this storm. Hey, are you in the studio? Do you see this storm near Worcester? I think this is probably going to be it tonight. If we do have anything, I feel like this is probably going to be our problem child. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning in this thing, dude. It's jumped a bunch in the last 30 minutes or so. I'm just south of Pensacola right now, looking south, and I mean, it is like, I feel like when it comes to the air mass, I feel like the air mass has worked over pretty bad, but there's a lot of shear, so I don't know, man. Yeah, that's. I was talking to James Brown earlier. We were looking at some of the meso analysis. That if that boundary, like you said, continues to lift, especially with this storm, man, that could be like a big problem. But yeah, that's what I've got you on speaker. Just a heads up.
Hello, everybody.
I'm talking to Scott Covert, 5 News meteorologist, good dude. Yeah, I kind of noticed earlier. I don't have access to Fort Smith's radar, and I don't know if you do.
I'll lose it on Gibson Ridge every once in a while. I'll lose it on the radar scope every once in a while. It catches back up, and I lose it. I think it's a data server issue. I think the radar itself is fine according to the weather service, but
Fantastic.
I don't know where the bottleneck is somewhere.
Well, I'm looking at it off Tulsa's radar, and I know that's quite a ways up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm going to play with this storm, I think, over the next little bit and give it an opportunity. I just wanted to call and let you know where I was. That way, if you pull my stream, if you need to, we get a warning or something, you'll kind of know where I am. So just call if you need something, okay? All right, man. Yep, have fun. See ya. Rain's really starting to pick up. I'm getting into the northern side of this storm. I might move here soon and go to Hackett, go east. Before the worst of this gets here. I feel like it's moving pretty quick. I don't know, part of me doesn't want to move. I'm just south of Pensacola, Oklahoma, right across the Arkansas state line, watching a strong storm move directly towards me from like Worcester, Oklahoma. Yeah, I can definitely show the radar. Give me just a second. Show you guys what I'm looking at. So we're right there where the blue target is. If you look down here, this is the storm that I'm after. It's just to my south, really not too far from me now. I'm gonna eventually, I think, have to go east a little bit so I can kind of stay and, kind of climb with the storm as it moves up. But right now, I think the storm near Worcester and Poto could be an issue in western Arkansas over the next hour or so, if it poses a tornado risk. We're kind of battling right now on whether or not these storms are going to be tornadic. I'm going to go ahead and go east towards Hackett just a little bit, just so I'm in a good spot. I don't want to get put in a bad spot. I don't have good radar coverage. The storm's really starting to pick up on me too. It's dark, can't really see a whole lot of anything. If I definitely something here. There's something here. This storm's got a chance. Guys, I'm on the Arkansas state line, just west of Hackett, Arkansas, with what I would consider, I think it's fair to say, this is an embedded supercell just to my south near Poto. It's moving northeast towards my location. No tornado warning for now. Wouldn't be shocked if there is one. I'm on Highway 10 West, just west of Hackett, Arkansas. I'm literally sitting on the Oklahoma border, like it's right here next to me. Oh, I just had a big lightning strike right next to me. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this thing's definitely got it. If there's a tornado, it's headed right for me. If there was one. I'm not saying there is, but if one formed, it would be headed right for me. We've got a really good east route to get away, Highway 10. I'm getting constant cloud-to-ground lightning strikes with this storm. Business. I'm honestly a little surprised that they don't have a severe thunderstorm warning on it, but I mean, I guess there's no large hail and the wind speeds might not be up to snuff, but still a really strong storm. You guys hear the thunder? Oh my God. A lot of lightning. Yeah, that's usually a pretty good precursor for a storm that's pretty strong. Definitely starting to see more rotation on radar. I'd be a little surprised if the trend continues. I would be a little surprised if we don't get a tornado warning here for this storm. Just based off of what I'm seeing, I feel like it's warranted. Especially with the south end of the storm. Looks like it's trying to wrap in a little bit. Looks like we're trying to get an info notch. I'm currently in the forward flank of the storm, so it's really nasty. A lot of lightning and stuff. But I don't work for the National Weather Service, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. Pretty broad though. It's not like the rotation's strong or anything with it. Just a lot of lightning on there. I do not like lightning. Boy, this thing's gonna come close to us, guys. Close, close, close. Power's out. Woo! Alright, I'm going east. Should I go east? We have plenty of time, about 9:10. Ooh, that was sketchy, guys. The power's out. The power keeps cutting out in this area. And I'm really starting to think, this thing's legit. I know, I saw the flags starting to blow. Now the flags really aren't blowing at all. Yeah, that is kind of weird. A little creepy seeing the flags not moving at all. I'm gonna go just east a little bit towards Hackett. I felt like I'm gonna be in a safer spot by doing so. I don't feel real comfortable right here. Honestly, it's not worth it to sit in the dark, risk it. I'm not helping anybody by sitting there, so. Probably gonna lose service as I go over the border towards Hackett. Just a heads up, it'll come back. Sorry if I'm talking really loud. The rain is really loud. Sebastian County is under a tornado watch until 1 a.m. This storm is moving into Sebastian County. car wash, guys. That's what we're doing tonight, getting a car wash. Lord. It's like this buckets of rainfall, man. Oh. I feel like the storm looks a little less organized than it did earlier. Just my opinion, I just feel like it looks a little bit more. North Central Arkansas severe risk is low tonight. You shouldn't have to worry about a whole lot. I'm going to go north of Hackett just a little bit and try to get in front of where, if we do have any issues with this storm, it's probably going to be. So, looking at this storm, I don't see anything that says imminent tornado or anything like that. This is a stronger storm. There's a lot of lightning, a lot of rainfall. At times, there's some gusty wind. Go just a little bit more north towards Bonanza, Arkansas. Trying to stay ahead of this appropriately. Well, if there's a positive with all this, we are putting a curve. All right. I'm in Bonanza, Arkansas, just south of Fort Smith. I've got this storm to my southwest. Guys, right now I just don't see anything that screams a tornado risk. I'm not saying that the storm isn't rotating or anything like that. But the worst of it's right on top of me. This is where we are, between Picola and Greenwood in a small town called Bonanza, right off of Highway 45. I know it might be kind of hard to see. Next to a little restaurant here in Bonanza, which has a great burger, by the way, if you're ever in Bonanza, Arkansas. And I'm kind of just waiting to see what this storm's going to do. These storms are doing exactly what I thought they were going to do all day. And I had said it a couple times on Facebook that they would probably move in, they would be noisy, they would be a little bit grumpy, but really the tornado risk isn't all that high. Our atmosphere has been overworked all day by rain, showers, and cloud cover. And it just generally, when that happens, we don't have big tornadoes and all that good stuff. We can still have storms. The hangout, Angela. That's what it's called, the hangout. Sorry. So, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at right now. There is a lot of lightning, a lot of rain. The rainfall rates in this is insane. We do have some new storms, though, developing near Albion and Tallahena that are drifting north towards Heavener. But I feel like those storms are going to suffer the same fate that these did, and that it's going to outrun the best parameter space and just kind of turn to mush. I'm in Bonanza, which is just south of Fort Smith, right off of Highway 45. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio good? Someone said earlier the audio was breaking up, but I'm wondering if that was from earlier when I was driving up 45. All right, cool. I'm glad y'all can hear me. breaking up bad. Okay. Cool. Alright, I'll move. I think I need to move anyways. Have I ever been told that I sound like Patrick Mahomes? No, I've never been told that. That's freaking hilarious. No, I've never been told that. I can hear you fine. It was breaking up while you were driving. Okay, cool. I kind of like where we are right now, honestly. So, man, I don't know. That storm now near Hartford on the southern end, might have to watch that one as well. Is my feedback? Dude, this is such a good spot. Why would I do this? It's so dumb. Stay up. There's nothing blocking this whatsoever. Yeah, it's just me. I'm solo by myself. I'm going to roll back to Hackett. There's 2 more storms to my southwest that I'm wondering if they're going to have any concern. So the video and audio might cut out briefly as I go south on 45 back toward Hackett. If you're following on radar, I'm talking about the storm that's south of Heathner, kind of where this one came from. I'm going to give these southern cells a chance. Yeah, guys, so I'm headed south back towards Hackett, Arkansas. There's some southern storms that I'm trying to keep an eye on here. I'm going to give these an opportunity and see what they do. And if these don't do anything, I'll probably call it a night. Get ready for tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow with, I think, a little bit better chances for severe weather. I need a snack is what I need. Or some coffee or something. I probably better not. I'll be able to sleep. Wow, comma. That definitely looks like a tornado. Thank you, Becky, for the $19.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Help pay for some fuel tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Chris, for the $9.99. I appreciate it, man. Dude, it is raining so hard. Oh my gosh. I'm on Highway 10 West, just west of Hackett, Arkansas, on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. Waiting on a storm to move my way just to my south. I'm gonna give this storm a chance, and then probably call it a night if this one doesn't do anything. Because I think the rest of these storms to my east are really just noisemakers, to be honest with you. And I don't think we have a tornado on the ground anywhere right now. No tornado warnings. Thank you, Peace, for the $20. I appreciate it. Thanks for being on. Absolutely, guys. Yeah. Guys, I'm about to park for just a second. We can sit there and talk for a moment, kind of go over some stuff as we wait on this storm. I think this is going to be kind of like my last-ditch effort on the night to see if this storm does anything. And then I'll probably go home after that. There's no tornadoes in Van Buren right now. It's just noisy. Spot here that we were in earlier. This spot worked really well. We can get a look to the south of these storms as they roll up towards us here. Okay, and I can answer some questions. We don't have any tornado warnings right now. Give me just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Peace just sent another $20. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Or if you're not a man, thank you, whoever you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. I can use that for fuel. Brandon, I think Magazine and Boonville, it looks like there's some storms just to your west. You might catch a little bit of it. I think the worst of it, though, is to the west, like back over towards Mansfield and Greenwood. Guys, these storms right now from northwest Arkansas all the way down to Mansfield in southern Sebastian County, they're just noisy right now. A lot of lightning, thunder, a lot of rain. I do have a storm to my south. I'm right on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border, just west of Hackett, that I think might have an opportunity to become severe. So we're going to give it just a minute and see what it does. And then if it doesn't get its act together, I'll probably go home and get some rest for tomorrow, because do this all over again tomorrow. So if you're watching this and you have Facebook and for some reason you don't follow me on Facebook, please do. That's where I post most of my updates. Zachary Hall, Arkansas Storm Tracker. I also have Twitter, X, and I also upload daily on TikTok. Is there a little rotation southwest of Greenwood? Someone asked. Honestly, the radar data that I have access to makes it very hard to see. I don't see anything too prominent for the moment. Someone asked what the difference is between a tornado warning and a tornado emergency. Tornado emergencies are generally reserved for the worst of the worst situations. If we have a tornado emergency, it generally means that there's a large, significant, extremely powerful tornado on the ground doing damage, confirmed damage. Whereas in a tornado warning doesn't necessarily mean that there is a foreshore tornado on the ground. It just means that a storm could imminently produce a tornado. Yeah, Avery, the Fort Smith radar is messed up right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Baker is asking about Winslow and such. I doubt it tonight, man. I think the main risk was south near Fort Smith, and we haven't had a whole lot of issue down here either tonight. Yeah, no problem, Anna. Hey, Zach, what's your thoughts on tomorrow for the Fort Smith area? I haven't looked at data in the last couple of hours because I've been busy working in the car. But I do think, you know what? We can look at it together. Let's just look at it together. That way, if anyone's curious about tomorrow, we've got new data that goes well out. So the first thing I want to show you guys for tomorrow is this. Those are significant tornado parameters. And guys, all this is a register of numerous ingredients put together to form one output. So when you see the reds and the yellows and all that good stuff, that's basically the model saying there is ingredients in place for thunderstorms to rotate and potentially produce tornadoes. And when you see values like this, you can see the values really start to go up with time, they diminish in the nighttime, but in the afternoon and evening, you can see that bright red. When you see values of 2, 3, 4, and 5, that generally means that the atmosphere is conducive for rotating storms. If we go to what the radar might look like, which is called simulated reflectivity, it looks a little messy. This is what the radar could look like from tomorrow around 4 to 6 p.m. So if you have plans tomorrow evening in western Arkansas between 4, 6, 7, 8 p.m., it could be a little bit messy out there. I will say that if the radar actually looks like that, the tornado risk might not be as high, because generally when storms are messy, the tornado risk isn't as high. If we get a more broken line of storms or singular cellular mode storms, the tornado risk will be I think it could be pretty high. So, bottom line, western Arkansas, northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, I think will be under the gun for severe weather tomorrow. The western half of Arkansas in general. Hopefully that answered your question. Lacey, it is possible. It is possible. Emma, I think Fort Smith, there's still a low tornado risk for the next couple of hours. You're under a tornado watch in Sebastian County, which Fort Smith is in, until 1 a.m. So we'll kind of have to wait here for the next little bit. Moss, I think the audio problem's on your end, maybe. I don't know. I think one of the biggest issues tonight could be flash flooding. Especially if we get more storms to train over the same areas over and over and over tonight and tomorrow. We'll have a few areas that could observe flash flooding, which is crazy because this part of our state, western Arkansas, has been so dry lately. think you can send your son to school tomorrow. I think it'll be okay. We'll have to watch the afternoon and the evening hours. I think it'll be okay at school. Yeah, Arkansas can be a little much. Oh, sleepy. I used to be able to stay up late with no problems. Eric says, is the rotation in Greenwood? Brother, I'm not seeing a whole lot, which I'm also looking off Tulsa's radar. So it's kind of tough to see. Rachel says, on a scale from 1 to 10, how worried should I be about tornadoes in NWA, Bentonville area with tomorrow's storms? I think it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. You know, it's one of those things where we're really going to have to watch how storms evolve. If we get singular cellular storms, supercells, I think the tornado risk is high. If storms get a little messy, I think it turns into more of a wind threat. Tornadoes are not as high. Definitely something to keep an eye on through the afternoon if you live in that area. Mikey, I don't think, no tornadoes in Missouri right now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe late tonight, but I don't think the risk of tornadoes in Missouri is very high today. Conditional tomorrow. I feel like today was conditional severe weather risk here. I think tomorrow has a better opportunity for storms, for severe weather. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for the $2, Adam. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you guys for the super chats tonight. It's been a while since I've been on a live stream on YouTube, so I didn't know how this would go. All the money that you guys donate just goes to gas when I go on these trips, and so I appreciate it. Yeah, he was. I really hate that deal that happened in Greenwood with that kid and his family. That was really bad. Terry says gas from Jam Mart. Of course. All I do is Jam Mart around here. If you see me getting gas, unless it's an absolute emergency, it's at Jam Mart. Jam Mart's my people. Is it risky as a storm chaser? Yeah, it can be risky at times. I mean, I feel like it's inherently a little bit dangerous, but I try my best to stay as safe as possible all the time if I am out. Guys, like, honestly, I've been telling people this a lot lately. I'm more of like a weather guy, weatherman, whatever you want to call it these days, than a storm chaser. My day job is forecasting the weather on social media, producing content for people, forecast. I just do the live storm tracking sometimes when we have severe weather. If I depended on this for a job, what I'm doing right now, I would go broke. So, hey y'all, I don't think we've had enough low-key storms since May for anyone to feel comfortable going to sleep in weather like this. Yeah, I understand. I really do. I know that some of you guys probably don't want to go to sleep because it's kind of sketch. But just know that the severe weather risk tonight, I feel like, there is no feel like. It's not the same as it was back in May. That was a generational event, unfortunately. How would you suggest someone getting into storm chasing? Well, the easiest thing to do, first off, is to attend a storm spotter class from the National Weather Service. That'll give you like the bare bone basics of like just weather 101 to keep you safe if you decide to go out and try to spot a storm. Obviously, I've done that. I did that a long time ago. I've studied meteorology since I was a little kid. But YouTube has some great sources on forecasting, and it doesn't hurt if you're interested in meteorology. College, getting a college education and atmospheric science and meteorology in general is good too. These storms from northwest Arkansas down to Mulberry, Lavaca, Charleston, and even Greenwood, those storms are really strong with a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, maybe some gusty winds at times, but no tornadoes for the moment. Rachel Conley with the $50 donation, $49.99. Oh my gosh, Rachel, thank you so much. She said, thank you for all you do, man. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that. You're awesome. I'm still waiting on this storm to my south. Guys, honestly, it doesn't look like... I don't see this thing just going nuts. I think it's running into like what we talked about in Bonanza earlier. I'm sitting on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border near Pensacola, looking south. And I was going to see if these storms to the south were going to have any kind of juice with them. But guys, I just think that these storms are running out of juice when it comes to instability. We've had a lot of rain and storms in this area today. And I'm just not feeling it right now. Zach, you should start an ASMR channel of you driving in the rain with the windshield wipers going. It's so soothing. Oh my gosh. I love that, man. Yeah. I have people all the time tell me that they watch my stream and like keep it on in the background, like when I'm driving, which I think is cool. Toast says, what does a CC drop mean in meteorology? CC stands for correlation coefficient. And basically, if you see the drop in values, it's like a bluish color, and it generally means that the radar, the data product is picking up non-meteorological targets, so like trees, all sorts of debris. A good indicator that a tornado is producing damage. Rachel says, are you going to chase tomorrow's storms? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll probably be out in the storm tracker doing kind of what I did tonight. I'm not much of a studio guy, but I'll do it if I have to. But I'm probably just going to do it from the car tomorrow. I haven't missed much, man. It's been pretty chill so far. Just kind of strolling, patrolling. Yeah, I know. It's not uncommon to get severe weather during the fall. It's still kind of annoying, though, honestly. Someone asked if Fort Smith is going to get some more storms. Yeah, I think so. There's storms that are forming now on top of me in eastern Oklahoma that I think are going to move north-northeast towards Fort Smith, west central Arkansas. I think the severe weather risk isn't real high right now. I feel like the best parameter space is still well south of this area. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to meander on back to the east. Obviously, we can turn around if anything happens, but I want to get the backside of these storms as I head back towards the house. Maybe get some cool lightning. Go get some forecast stuff prepped for in the morning. Guys, you're probably going to lose me a little bit whenever I go to Hackett. But it'll pop back up as we get east of Hackett, like going towards Greenwood. So just be patient with me. Be sure to comment, let me know where you're watching from too. I like to go back when the live ends and look at all the comments. Thank you for the super chat, Zindler. $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Probably about to drop service for just a second. It'll pick back up in just a moment. Peace out. Thank you. Now you guys watch. I'm going to go this way and kind of ease back towards home, and then something's going to happen. I already know it. Which convenience store here is still open? I'm still under the rain. I'm headed east, back towards... Oh, that was a good lightning strike. I'm headed east through the town of Hackett, Arkansas, which is my hometown. Shameless plug. Proud of where I came from. Going through Hackett now, gonna head east. Goku, we could have severe weather again tomorrow in Arkansas, especially in western Arkansas, from like Mena up to northwest Arkansas, Fort Smith, that area. I think the risk tomorrow is a little bit better than it was tonight, like honestly. Especially if storm mode cooperates and storms don't get too messy. Watching from Rudy. Thank you for watching. This is a tornado warning. What? Oh, never mind. It's old. My bad. Old data. Yep, old Mina. Guys, be sure to, if you have TikTok, follow me on TikTok. Just search at WX Zachary. Got Facebook, Zachary Hall, Arkansas Storm Tracker. I've got a Twitter account, Facebook, and then of course I do stuff on here as well. YouTube, I live stream on YouTube a lot. Don't produce a bunch of videos, but I live stream. Yeah, I use radar scope. I know Fort Smith's not loading for me. If you use radar scope and you're looking at Fort Smith, you can use digital reflectivity. I think a deer just ran out in front of me. I couldn't tell what that was. I've had to use the Tulsa radar sight most of the night. Hopefully they had that fixed before tomorrow. Zachary Hall is the GOAT. Oh, stop. Joey Dubs. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. I'm not the GOAT, though, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that Heavener storm. I don't know. I just feel like that storm is really leaving the best parameter space. It's going to be more elevated than anything. I don't know. It'll probably do something since I've left it and moved east. Still a lot of lightning. Yeah, definitely Tulsa for this area than Little Rock. Just my opinion. Getting a good car wash tonight. I think we get a break from tornado threats after tomorrow. Hopefully. around, that's for sure. Heck no. Heavy rain and storms. We need the rain though. We really do. This rain is much appreciated. So much lightning. More lightning. See you, Steven. I'm sorry to hear about that, Joey. That was a bad one. That was a bad tornado. And I'll tell you what, guys, this, like, oh, these lights are out. Go ahead, it's forward stop, go. These traffic lights are out. Yep, heading into Greenwood. I'm on 10 East. Well, I guess this is considered 10 West, so I don't know. Coming into Greenwood now. Sorry, kind of like zoning out. I'm pretty tired. I had to get up early. The wind storm's moving into western Arkansas this morning, like 4:30. I've pretty much been up since, so I'm getting pretty tired. It looks like these storms are going to behave for the most part over the next little bit. So what I'm probably going to do is end the stream here. Go home, keep an eye on the radar for a little bit, go to sleep and get some rest because I've got a long day tomorrow too. We have severe weather tomorrow here in Arkansas. So just a reminder before I do hang up the video, if you're watching on YouTube, if YouTube is the only thing you use, this doesn't apply to you. But if you have Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, I'm on all of those things too. Especially Facebook. Just search Zachary Hall, Arkansas Storm Tracker. I post every single day, multiple times a day. If you have questions about the weather, message me on there, and I'll try my best to answer it. TikTok's great, Twitter's great, and then for YouTube, I don't produce a whole lot of videos, but I live stream on YouTube a lot when we have weather. I'll be on live again tomorrow night. I don't know what time, but I'm sure it'll probably be, you know, in the afternoon hours. So, but I'll have updates leading up to it. I'll keep you guys in the loop. For those of you who sent me super chats tonight, money, I appreciate that. I'll use it for fuel tomorrow, fuel the car up. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate you guys watching, following, and trusting what I have to say. It means a lot. But until next time, which is going to be tomorrow, I'll catch you later.